Hey, good Friday. Um, Not so good for Jesus, but good for us. I have been listening to medical documentaries and things about how it was for Jesus on the cross to die. And it's excruciating. Hence the word crucifixion. It's excruciating pain. These centurions, whipped him with these, what was called a cat of nine tails, which had weights on the end of them, and then bones and things at the end of that, to where it would go into the flesh and rip some of the muscle as well out of there. So the muscle would be still poking out of the skin, and it said it was probably about 2 inches in length for each thing. So that times 9 times 39 lashes. It said that it would have taken over 2,000 stitches to stitch every single wound that was on Jesus's body. Not only that, I read that the hands that, we originally thought that the spikes were in his hands, but it's really in his wrists. It was on that nerve that would cause excruciating pain in his wrist. The same concept was also in the heels. They put the spikes in his heels instead of his feet. And it was again through the nerves and a place where it didn't break any bones. And it was through a nerve, which caused extreme pain in the feet as well. Every time that he would breathe, he would have to stand up and to take a breath. And the open wounds on his back were scraping against the old rugged, if you've gotten a splinter before, I'm sure, but on his open wounds, how painful that is. They would go and break the legs of these people to make sure that they couldn't stand up to take breaths, and by them breaking their legs, they wouldn't be able to take any more breaths. They couldn't stand up, and they would eventually die. But when they came to Jesus, he was already dead, and they didn't have to break any of his bones. It said that his bones, not one was broke from all the beating and abuse. So they rammed the sword through his side, and what came out was blood and water. So from what I was reading and listening to, when you take a pint of blood and you set it, on the counter, the blood and the plasma separate. So that's what happens when you die. And they put that sword through his side, and the blood and the water came out, signifying that he was already dead. And there's a whole lot more that they were explaining in his crucifixion. I cannot even imagine. And just sitting in that today and remembering what he did. He laid down his life for us, for me and for you. My only reaction to that is giving him my life. If he laid down his life, I want to give him mine wholeheartedly. So how does that make you feel today, knowing he went through all that for you? I hope you have a fabulous Friday, and we will talk tomorrow.